Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to a new video. So in today's video, we are playing around with the new Cor-De-Rosa collection from Sigma. And in this collection, we have one eyeshadow palette, 3 glosses, and 1 liquid lipstick. And I'm super excited because I don't think I've ever used Sigma eyeshadows. So this is the look that I came up with, and if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we're zoomed into the eyes, and before I go in with any eyeshadow, I'm just going to apply a little bit of baking powder under my eyes. Not only is this going to bake my makeup, but it's also going to make sure that if I get any fallout, I can just wipe it away and it won't disturb my face makeup. And now for the eyes, we're going to go in with a little bit of eye primer, and I'm going to use the Anastasia eye primer like always, and I'm just going to apply this onto my eyelid and then blend it out. So I'm just taking my brush and I am very lightly just patting this in. I feel like that's the best way to apply this product. So that's about it for the primer. Now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow, and I'm super excited because I'm using this palette for the first time, and it's the Cor-De-Rosa palette from Sigma. And I think I want to do a halo eye just like in my last video, but it's gonna be different obviously because the colors are very different. So I think I'm gonna start with Shakespear, this kind of pinky plummy color right here, and this is gonna be like our crease color. So I'm just gonna apply it in the crease and the outer corners, and I'm gonna try to use this brush as much as I can. This came with the palette, so as you can see, it has one flat side and one fluffy blending brush on the other side. So I'm gonna start with the flat side, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that color, and I'm gonna press this on first, and I'm gonna apply it in the shape that I want my eye makeup to be. So I'm just going along my crease. And today I'm doing something different because usually I would go in with my lighter like transition color first and then this one, but I see a lot of people do it the other way around, so I really wanted to try that and see how it works, because if you do it this way, you're obviously gonna get more pigment from the darker color, and that's kind of what I want today. So I'm trying my best and hopefully it will turn out good because I have somewhere to be today, so I'm hoping for the best. Alright, so now that we have the eyeshadow, I'm gonna flip my brush over to the blending side, and I'm just gonna start kind of go over the harsh edge and slowly start to blend this out, hopefully if it works. So I'm just going back and forth, making small little circle motions, and I can already see that it's starting to get a little bit softer, which is what we want. I really like to try new ways to do my makeup because I feel like there's always a new thing with makeup, and I think that's what's so fun about it, is that everything is constantly changing and it's never the same. So I really like to try new techniques. I just like to have fun with makeup, and hopefully you guys can see that because I usually never do the same look over and over, because I know some people do that, but I always like to use colors, and I use different colors, and I try to do cut creases, more smoky eyes, liners, like everything. So I hope you guys really like that, because yeah, I'm having fun with it. The thing is, I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, but I love to do makeup, so that's kind of where I struggle, because like I don't like to go out once I've done my makeup. I know that sounds so weird, but I just like to do makeup. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. Like for my everyday makeup, I just do my base, my brows, and like lashes, and a lip of course. But I usually don't do eyeshadows, so when I do eyeshadows, it's always fun. So now I'm just going back in with a little bit more of the color, like right in the crease where I want it to be the darkest, because I did blend away some of that color. So I'm just going back in to add some intensity to the color. This is a really pretty color. It's a little bit darker than what I expected. I think it looks a little bit lighter in the pan, but it's a really beautiful color. So now that we have that blended out, we are gonna go in with a lighter color, and I'm thinking if I should do Summer Song or The Mask, that's the word, or maybe Hybrid. I think I'm gonna start with this one, Hybrid, this one right here, and we're gonna see how that looks. So I'm just gonna take the blending side and I'm just gonna wipe it off. So my brush is clean and we are gonna go in with Hybrid. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is gonna show up, but we're gonna try. Yeah, that's a pretty color. So we're gonna go like around this to kind of smoke it out even more. So I'm just going very, very lightly, just around this purpley color. And brushes are definitely key to creating any type of look. Like, you can be very skilled, but if you don't have the right brushes, it's gonna be really hard to, you know, get a soft transition or get a lot of color payoff and whatever. So I think I asked in my last video if you guys wanted me to name the brushes, and you guys really wanted that, so I'm gonna try to do that from now on. It's just gonna take a little while to get used to. But I actually really like this brush that comes with the palette. I think it's very high quality. So you're getting a lot for your money. Like, you get 2 brushes and an eyeshadow palette. That's really good. So now I'm just doing the same thing on this side. Just slowly blending that color out. And I think that's it for the transition color. It looks really good. I love the colors together. So now we're gonna go in and cut the crease, and this is the step that I'm always nervous about. I don't know why. I just feel like it's so hard to do. So I'm gonna use the same primer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand. And for my brush, I'm gonna use the cut crease maker from Nabla. Like I said in my last video, this is the best brush for cut creases because it's very flat and thin. So I'm just gonna pick up some of that primer onto my brush, and I'm gonna hold my breath and hope for the best. So I think that looks really good. It's a great start for my cut crease. So now I'm gonna go in with some powder eyeshadow on top of the primer. So I'm gonna use this beautiful shade from the palette called Belle of the Ball. This one right here, it's so pretty. And I'm gonna use the same brush so I don't mess up. So I'm just gonna take some on my brush, and we're gonna start to press this onto my lid. That's such a pretty color. So yeah, I'm just pressing this onto the lid, and you want to be a little bit careful so you don't go above the cut crease that you just made, because then it's not gonna be cute. So that's why I like to use the same brush, so I have a little bit more control of where I'm putting the color. That actually looks like my eyelid is wet. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but oh my god, it's so pretty. There we go. I think that's it for that eyeshadow. It looks really good. So now I'm gonna go in on the outer corners again, and I'm gonna use the first shade, Shakespear, and I'm just gonna apply this right here in my outer corners, because we want to get a nice blend between like this lighter color and the outer corner dark color. So again, I'm just kind of pressing this on. I think that works the best. So I think my eyeshadow looks really good right now. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that primer, and I'm just gonna apply this along my lower lash line, because I am gonna go in with some shadow there too. So now we're gonna do the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use, I don't know if this is gonna be too big. I'm gonna use a smaller brush first. I think I'm gonna use this one right here. It's from Fearless Cosmetics, and it's just like a small flat little brush. And I'm gonna take Shakespear again, that dark color, and I'm gonna apply this along my lower lash line. And then once I have the color on there, I'm gonna go back into my Sigma brush, and I'm just gonna slowly blend this out. And then once that looks good, I'm gonna take Hybrid again, that color, our transition color, and I'm just gonna go around it. So I'm doing the same thing that I did in the crease onto my lower lash line. I feel like that always works. Like it's always gonna look good if you do this. My eyeshadow look absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if I want to add some shimmer onto the lower lash line yet, so I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner while I think about that. So I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Fine Wine. This is such a beautiful, like, plummy shade, and it looks great with these kind of colors. So I'm just gonna apply that onto my waterline. This one is a little bit dried out, but I think I'm still gonna be able to get some pigment from it. I am very tempted to do shimmer on my lower lash line, but I think for this look, I'm just gonna leave it like this. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this Veranda, this shade right here, and I'm gonna take that on a small little brush. This is the Sigma smudge brush, and I'm just gonna go right into my tear duct area right here, just to kind of soften the dark colors, because it looks a little bit harsh right now. Alright, so now we're gonna go in and do some liner to finish this look off. If you want to, you can go in with like a gel liner or something, but I'm feeling kind of lazy today. So I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, and I'm just gonna create like a soft, just a thin liner. Nothing crazy. I just want like a base for my lashes pretty much. So I'm gonna do that now. You know what? I actually think my inner corners look a little bit boring. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of inner corner highlight anyway. So I'm gonna use the Sigma Chroma Glow highlighting palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, Peaceful, and I'm just gonna add that right here. And I think I'm gonna mix it a little bit with Ambriosa. Is that how you say it? So now I'm just gonna go back in with my eyeliner and finish this look off. So now we're gonna finish this look off using some mascara. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Fat to Flat, I think is the name, and then your lashes in the style Ciara. Alright, so those are the eyes done. I absolutely love this look. I think it turned out so good. So now I'm just gonna brush away the bake, and then we're gonna zoom out, and I'm gonna finish this look off and also try the new lip products. So I'll see you in 1 second. Alright, so we're zoomed out, and I just have to say that I love these eyes. I don't think I've ever used any Sigma eyeshadows. I think I just have their brushes and some Chic products. So I'm really impressed, and I really love this look. So for the cheeks, I only feel like it's right to use the Sigma blush in Cor-De-Rosa. This is where the inspiration from the palette come from. So I'm gonna use this today. So I'm just picking some up on this blush brush. It's a Bon Mine brush from Nabla. I don't know what that means, but it's a Chic brush. So I'm just gonna apply this like I normally would apply my blush, like that. And then we're gonna move over into highlight, and I'm of course gonna start with Trippin from Fenty. I use this one in every single video, every single day, off camera, on camera, I don't care. It's the best. A lot of people ask me what brush I use to apply it, and it's this one from Iconic London. It's I don't know, it's a weird shape. It's like flat but kind of small, so it fits perfectly onto the cheeks. And since this is kind of like a cream to powder highlight, I love that I can just apply it like this so I don't move any of the product underneath. And that's why I really like this brush, because it makes the application so easy and it just always turns out good. You don't have to worry about, you know, removing your foundation or that it's gonna be patchy or whatever. So this highlight with this brush is really good. So I'm just applying this onto my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and also onto my cupid's bow. Now I really like to apply some powder highlight on top of it, so I'm gonna use the skin glazing powder in Amnesia from Nabla Cosmetics, and I'm also using their highlighter brush. This one is really good for powder highlights, and I'm just gonna go over the same areas where I applied my Fenty highlights. So the cheeks, the nose, and the cupid's bow. That's that. So for the lips, they actually came out with some products for this collection. So this is the PR package. It's really pretty. So this is where the palette was. So we have a liquid lipstick and 3 glosses. Now I feel like going for a matte lipstick today, so we're gonna try the liquid lipstick. It looks darker than I would normally go, because when I do nude I like to go really nude. But we're gonna try it and we're gonna see. So this is in the shade Cor-De-Rosa, same as the palette and the blush. All right, so we're gonna apply the lipstick now, and that's actually pretty. I haven't used a liquid lipstick in so long. This feels really nice. It's like the same color as my own lip, it's just a little bit more peachy. It's a really nice color, and it reminds me a lot of the blush. It's like the exact same color. And I think this is the finished look, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this look. I really like it. Like, I love the eyes. The eyes are my favorite part about this makeup look.